Hey, what's going on? This is Marcos. Today we're looking at the teleprompters I use for my video production work. I don't often script out my videos, but when I do, I use them for making this kind of content. But most of the time it's for when I'm working with clients. This is what I end up using most of the time. This Onetakeonly Pad Prompter Pro. It holds an iPad. This one specifically. Let me loosen this one. I'll show you this one in a little bit. But this is the iPad, and it sits in here. Boom, you throw it in there, and then you load up your teleprompter app and hit play or whatever you have. Also, you can tether this to a computer, and if you have the right app, you can control the scrolling speed and edit the scripts through your laptop. I like doing that. The only problem with this, it actually goes on rails, which is the reason I love it so much. This is probably the only one I've found that can go on rails, and it's really easy to set up. And you see there, it's meant more for cinema cameras, although you can use it on smaller camera bodies as long as you can get rails. So this one though, these covers, they block the cable, the power cable or the tether cable from plugging in. So what I had to do is, if you look this way, I had to cut a hole right here on the side. I grabbed the candle with the hot knife and I quickly carved this little square. So now I can fit the tether cable through and control the tablet that way for the scrolling. And I found that that's the best way to do teleprompting, get someone to control the speed as opposed to just hitting play. Although you can't always do that, right? You might not have that extra person to do that. So that's when you get an app and just hit play and do it that way. So, this is really great. You can, if you have it on the rails, you can quickly move the camera, make adjustments, and it's faster to get shooting. They also sell this one without the rods. It's cheaper, and you just get actually I have it here. Let me show you. See that? It goes on a light stand. See that? And there's like a spigot in the bottom. That's 3/8 and 1/4 inch, and you just screw it in there. Yeah, so this is the other version you can get of the same iPad, the Onetakeonly. So just want to show you that. But ever since I bought this one, this is my go-to. Just the rails. It's much easier. It's my recommendation, and a couple people that I've seen it, they end up buying it, and no regrets here. Then there's this one, the Moman T12. This was actually sent to me, and it's pretty neat if you're using a small camera body like this Sony FX3, or let's say a Blackmagic Pocket 4K. You can't really use this with the Sony FX9 or bigger cinema cameras. It's just not meant for it. It's meant for lightweight, small camera bodies, and you can adjust the height as you see here. And if I loosen this, I can pop the camera out easily, right? And it uses the Manfrotto 501 plate. There it is. Camera comes out, and you can just pop it back in. I gotta say that this plate is not the highest quality. It's not like, it doesn't feel like high quality metal. It's like a cheap metal, and it just gets stuck sometimes. I wish they would have done more the metal feel from the rest of the teleprompter itself. All this feels like, I don't know, maybe it's like a cheaper metal, but yeah, this is not my favorite. I have these kind of plates, and I know they can make them better quality. But then again, this is $150, super cheap, right? The price is super cheap. I gotta say though, for that price, it's hard to complain. That's my only thing. I did some tests between this one and this. The glass, you do lose a little bit of exposure. Just take account for that when you're, maybe if you're setting up the camera and then you put on the teleprompter, you do lose some light transmission. Other than that, the clarity was the same on both glasses. Actually, this one let in more light than this one. I'm not sure why. It's just maybe the type of glass. And so when you set it here, this one allows you you still get access to the port, the charging port on the tablet itself. So no need to cut a hole like I did on this one, which is quite nice. And then you can adjust here you know, you're losing these knobs here, and you can adjust to the tablet size and really lock it in so it doesn't go anywhere. You just lock it in. And then you can also adjust the angle of this glass, right, to some degree. And it has 1/4 inch everywhere. So if, I don't know what you might need to attach to it, but it's nice to have those options. So I gotta say, it's quite a nice little teleprompter for smaller camera bodies. You know, sometimes I shoot with Sony FX3 for like really run and gun situations. So this is something I would definitely recommend. I mean, I've seen other teleprompters, and it's just the big drawback is how long does it take to set up? And you know, just from using these two, it's not much. It's really fast, so you can quickly get up and going. Last thing I want to show you is just the cases that it comes with. This is what the one take only comes in. Everything fits in here, right? The rails, the little parts to connect it. It's not a hard case, so what I ended up doing is I bought this hard case and I just throw it in here. I throw the teleprompter in this hard case because I don't want it to break. Plus, I put some other stuff in here, cables and such. The Moman comes in this bag. It has some other accessories for connecting your phone. If you, instead of using a camera, you can use a phone, or instead of a tablet using a phone, it has some accessories. Also a remote control. If you download their app, you can control the teleprompter speed that way, you know, with the remote control. I'm just a fan of using my computer to tether and using an app and controlling the speed and also the scripts. It just saves so much time. I've had really good experiences that way. With clients, they say that's the best, you know, they can quickly make changes on the fly to the script, or, you know, if someone's there, if you can afford another person to scroll with them, they get through the script much faster. So I prefer it that way. Yeah, so that's pretty much my take on these two. Let me know what you think. If you have any questions, ask away. As always, I appreciate you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.